We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Hi, it's Shannon Heaton.
And Matt Heaton.
And it is the end of February.
And it is snowing again.
It is totally snowing.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll warm things up a little bit, brighten things up a little bit with some tunes and songs. What a delight and an honor that we have some friends from the virtual guided session joining us right now. Hello, folks, and some friends and family, folks from our neighborhood. Hi, and welcome to all. And we're going to get started right away with Cher Ami. Treat to have folks joining us from our home to yours, and this does feel like we're getting closer to spring. We have some live shows lining up for the spring for later on, and standing up and playing a bit of music
Standing up
feels like I don't know, something that we used to do, and it's a little
feel like
exciting.
I'm sprouting.
Yes, you're flourishing.
I'm flourishing and
You're
sprouting.
flourishing.
Yeah.
So for this short interlude of music for all of ye, we thought we would do some things that we've come up with over the last year, but also some hits from old CDs.
That's right. So we are going to do a song which we haven't done in ages, and it's called "Lily of the West," and we got it from the Carl McLaughlin book. It's also really done a lot in bluegrass circles. As Molly of the West, I think.
The Colin McLaughlin book is on this
up there
shelf.
somewhere. Yeah,
it is right here.
And it's a delightful murder ballad in which the singer, the narrator, committer of the crime ends up getting off on a technicality, which has always struck me as the weirdest part of this song. But,
yeah, weird our Heatons.
Yeah.
lovely Molly, oh, the lily of the West. Her hair in golden ringlets hung, her dress was spangled o'er, and she had rings upon her fingers, brought from a foreign shore. She charmed both kings and princes, so costly was she dressed. She far exceeds Diana bright, the lily of the West. I have crossed the seas to find the girl who brings me peace and rest. Still Molly sets my heart aflame, the lily of the West. I was walking down by a shady grove. I spied a lord of high degree conversing with my love. She sang a song delightful while I was so distressed. I bid adieu to Molly, oh, the lily of the West. I stepped up to my rival, my dagger in my hand, dragged him from my false love and boldly bid him stand. And with desperation I pierced him in the breast. I killed a man for Molly, oh, the lily of the West. I did stand my trial and boldly I did plead. A flaw in my indictment in no time had me freed. That beauty bride I did adore, the judge did her address, saying, "Go, you faithless Molly, oh, the lily of the West." Now that I've gained my liberty, oh, then I will go. I'll ramble through old Ireland and travel Scotland home. She thought to steal my life away, she disturbs my rest. I still call her Molly, oh, the lily of the West. I have crossed the seas to find the girl who brings me peace and rest. Still Molly sets my heart aflame, the lily of the West. I have crossed the seas to find the girl who brings me peace and rest. Still Molly sets my heart aflame, the lily of the West. Yeah, and Johnny, you're right. Indeed, Dylan recorded it. There's Molly of the West. There's Flora of the West. There's a lot of versions of that song. And Saul, that's amazing that this was on your lullaby playlist for your child. And I just love that. And I think there's a lot of room for all these songs. The melodies are great. The stories are great and dark and creepy. And, you know, they're very comforting. And they're very much bigger than any one, imagination of the story. I like this. So, anyway, a big, big welcome to each and every one of you joining us from your homes. Hello to Jaden in Holland, and Saul in Michigan, and Tony in the Netherlands, and Eamon down the road, and Bob in Wisconsin, and Susan in New Jersey, Ted in Ottawa, Ken down the road, our neighbor Johnny in LA, Lewis in Evansville, and to Carrie in Florida, to Neil in Ohio, Michael, hello to you and Lisa in Medford, to Aga in Poland, to Sean, hello to Dave, hello to Mike, hello to Pat in Ohio, and to Blase and Z. Wonderful to see you, my friends. Hi to Lou in Santa Cruz, and hi to Loic in Paris. Hello to Allison in Rhode Island. Hello Leanne. Hello everybody. We're so delighted, Julie, that you're joining us from Tennessee. And to Maria in the UK, and Elena and Arthur, hello and welcome. Hello, Kathleen. Hello to everybody. And Shanine's mom, that's so great that you're here too. And Dad, hi in California. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to carry on with some jigs, friends.
We got three trad jigs for you. The first one is called I Buried My Wife and Danced on Top of Her. The second...
Dance on Her Grave.
Danced on Her Grave.
I think that's a very different implication.
Suppose so.
Yeah.
Suppose it is. Second one is a Patty Fahey tune called, of course, Patty Fahey's. And we play it with the raised third, like Planksty did. And the third one is Ahern's Egg, which is a Finbar?
Yeah, Finbar Dwyer wrote the tune called Ahern's Egg. Let's hear your jig.
And we call we call this set the Capo 5 jigs. So because, well, for obvious reasons.
That is a great tune. Ahern's Egg. I think Finbar wrote it in the key of E, but we were playing it in G minor there. Lovely.
How's that F key doing there?
It's doing well.
Oh, so good.
The humidity, I think, is serving the flute.
Okay,
yes,
good.
thank you, Snows. Thank
Glad
you,
to hear it.
Snows. And before we continue, a big welcome to Carol in New Jersey and Katrina down the road, Simone in Italy. Hello. Hi to Paul Morris in London. And to Petter in Norway, and to Eddie, nice to see you. I probably, a lot of those D modal tunes, like Kunla and like Bury My Wife and Dance on Her Grave, those lovely piping modal tunes, they do share some common ground for sure. So what's next, Heaton?
Well, next we're gonna change it up a bit, and I'm gonna sing a song for you which I wrote a while ago. It is about bicycles and bicycling, and it is called "Giant of the Road," which is a phrase that they used to use, maybe still do, in the to describe the Tour de France riders.
And since we recorded it, you have changed the chorus.
I have changed the chorus. I have done a few substitutions. We're now mentioning Eddie Merckx, who was the Belgian champion of the 60s and 70s, and Major Taylor, a hometown hero.
We also have a book on the shelf about Major Taylor.
You want to grab that?
Yeah.
Major Taylor, if you don't know Major Taylor, who's from Worcester, Mass., and he was one of the first African-American sports superstars, and his event was track cycling in this god-awful race called the 6-Day Madison Race, where they would go on an oval track for how far can you go in 6 days. So basically time off from sleeping was time off,
So I do have a long phrase on the F whistle in this tune, and I think if Major Taylor could handle that, I can handle the long phrase.
I'm sure you both have some lungs. So, all right. So, Giant of the Road. John wakes up before the sun on the 17th of May. His eyes go wide when he sees that brand new Schwinn Stingray. Now he skids through puddles, flies off curbs, his terrestrial taste of freedom. When his dad put on those training wheels, John said he didn't need 'em. In his mind, he's Eddie Merckx as he breaks away. Major Taylor on the track, he raced for 6 whole days. Tries to ride a straight line like his daddy showed. Every time the wheels go round, he's a giant of the road. 15, too young to drive a car, but not too young to date. He loves the quiet of the night when he comes home late. Out of school in his first job, his income on 2 wheels. Tearing down that yellow line, he grins at how it feels. In his mind, he's Eddie Merckx as he breaks away. Major Taylor on the track, he raced for 6 whole days. Tries to ride a straight line like his daddy showed. Every time the wheels go round, he's a giant of the road. Now John's got a proper job, the contract signed in ink. He rides 12 miles to work each day, then showers in the sink. John's daughter rides a tricycle with 3 wheels of her own. She feels the wind rush through her head when she races daddy's home. In her mind she's Marla Streb flying down a hill. She can't leave the driveway yet, but she knows someday she will. She tries to ride a straight line like her daddy showed. Every time the wheels go round, she's a giant of the road. Every time the wheels go round, she's a giant of the road.
Oh, and we have more friends joining us. We're so honored to have you stopping in. We really had this idea to just play a short set just to kind of get our performance legs happening again here, and we're really honored to have folks stopping by live to check it out. So Richard in Wisconsin, thanks for stopping by, and Peter, glad you're enjoying the low whistle, and Simone, that third jig was called Ahern's egg. And Marco, thank you for joining us. Joaquin, hello, and yoo-hoo, we got some low whistle shout outs, which is very exciting. Don't always get to play that. So Takamordu, hello, and yes, indeed, there aren't enough songs about bicycles, so well done. Matt is doing his best to kind of round out the repertoire.
I'm filling in the gaps of the
And
repertoire.
Steve in Pennsylvania, good to see you. Okay, so some of our friends know about this story, of course, because you were with us. Last summer, we had some backyard regulars. We had this wild rabbit, which we named Big-Eared Brad, very long ears. And we had Chubby Andrew, a very fat wild rabbit, and Long-Necked Jimmy, a very distinct-looking chipmunk. And the three of them, were regulars. They would hang out. They were, and they would play together. It was kind of striking for months, and we adored them. They ate a lot of our plants, but they were also they were a fun addition to the backyard habitat. So it was with heavy heart that we went out one day and saw that Brad had passed away. Yeah. It was a really, really hot week. It was probably a heat stroke situation. Very sad.
We also do not know how old he was.
So I wrote Big-Eared Brad to commemorate those days. And then we'll follow up with a tune our friend Brendan Mulholland wrote called The Mouse in the Toaster. So true tragedies, both of them. Getting there. Finding some of the light through the tragedy there. Great. And wow, Stacy in Virginia, hi and welcome. And Shanine down the road, hi, my friend. Really such an honor to have you tuning in with us live here for a musical moment. We needed it. We needed a little bit of warmth, a little bit of sun, a little bit of brightness. And
we didn't plan the snow, though.
We did not. No, we did not. And so we're going to try our Robert Burns song for you.
Yeah, we're going to do a Robert Burns song called Westering Wind.
Or Westland Winds.
Yes.
Or
his first song that he wrote, apparently.
Yeah, Song for Autumn, which
he nailed it.
He nailed it. It's a beautiful song, and it's also so tragically apt to today. It talks so beautifully about this tyrannical, authoritarian nature that we humans just still don't seem to be able to shake. And it's tragic, and we're thinking, of course, of Ukraine and Russia today, our friends in the Ukraine and our friends in Russia, and wishing you safety and a swift end to this conflict. Very sad about this, and also very sad and feeling powerless about what to do about this sort of rising hatred that bubbles up out of our nature. And so Robert Burns talks about that, and also while that is happening, there is also so much beauty and diversity in nature all around us, and that also offers comfort. So while we speak out about things that we abhor, we can also go outside and drink in the beauty out there in nature, and we can do both, and probably need to do both in order to guard our hearts and our spirits. And also that there is such beauty in the diversity of our community here. I really think this song speaks to that. Thus every kind their pleasure find. So here's to all of us and Robert Burns' lovely Song for Autumn. Now westland winds and slaughtering guns bring autumn's pleasant weather. The moorcock springs on whirring wings among the blooming heather, where waving grain wild o'er the plain delights the weary farmer, and the moon shines bright as I roam at night to muse upon my charmer. The partridge loves the fruitful fells, and the plover loves the mountain. The woodcock haunts the lonely dells, and the soaring heron the fountain. Through lofty groves the pigeon roves, the path of man to shun it. The hazel bush overhangs the thrush, the spreading thorn the linnet. Thus every kind their pleasure find, the savage and the tender. Some social join, some leagues combine, some solitary wander. Avaunt away the cruel sway, tyrannic man's dominion, the sportsman's joy, the murdering cry, and the fluttering gory pinion. But Peggy dear, the evening's clear, thick flies the skimming swallow. The sky is blue and the fields in view all fading green and yellow. Come, let us stray our gladsome way and view the charms of nature, the rustling corn, the fruited thorn, and every happy creature. We'll gently walk and sweetly talk while the silent moon shines clearly. I'll grasp your waist and fondly pressed swear how I love you dearly. Not fertile showers charmer. Nocturnal showers to budding flowers, not autumn to the farmer. So dear can be as you to me, my fair, my lovely charmer. Yeah. What a great love song, huh? Somebody write that for you. I feel like he wrote it for all of us. What a beauty. What a beautiful song.
Yeah,
and Frank, thank you for joining us. And Nick, hello to you.
Just recently heard an old recording of Dick Gaughan playing a Robert Burns song, and he was introducing it, and he said, you know, he's our favorite poet. We liked him so much, we put him on a shortbread tin.
Yes, Allison, you're right. Beauty is needed, and community is needed, and so is humor. Hence the next song,
Yes.
and Matt's ongoing pursuit to round out the trad repertoire. Right?
That's right.
Weren't enough bicycle songs, and there certainly weren't enough songs about cross-dressing. Of course, this is a big theme in trad ballads.
There are plenty of cross-dressing songs. There
Yes.
just aren't enough like sitcom versions.
Well, there aren't enough where both parties dress up.
Yeah.
At the same time.
At the same time, yeah. As you know, if you listen to any of this stuff, there's a lot of there are a lot of people dressing up in disguises to go off to sea and that kind of a thing. So I kept thinking, well, there must be a song in which both members of a couple had the same idea, and didn't seem like there was. So I tried to remedy that situation. Eddie, I tuned the bouzouki GDAD.
And this one comes off of our album Tell You in Earnest. So we've done one from Lovers Well.
Mm-hmm.
We've done one from
Blue Skies Above.
And now this is from Tell You in Earnest. That's not an ad. I'm just saying we are really trying to go back into our repertoire, and it feels like something new and fresh, really, to do. So.
Was a sailor, Rose his bride to be. Jack sailed on the Valiant, now 7 years at sea. Now he was returning, the day it was at hand. I wonder if my Rosie has been true upon the land. This thought begins to torture Jack, and so he makes a plan, a way to learn young Rose's heart and if he's still her man. He puts on a curly wig and a dress of silk most fine, says it's as a maiden I'll learn of Rosie's mind. Easy come and easy go, false love is easy found. Easy come and easy go, true love sticks around. But Rosie, she was not the type to wait around and pine. She knew the Valiant's schedule, and it was right on time. She had doubts about old Jack, she knew what sailors do. So Rosie, she got straight to work and found a suit of blue. Easy come and easy go, false love is easy found. Easy come and easy go, true love sticks around. She wore a suit of soldier's clothes with a scarlet sash, her yellow hair beneath her hat, and a false mustache. She lit a pipe and poured an ale, and ready was her stare. When Jack the Lass came in the door, lad Rose was in his chair. Rosie's eyes popped open wide, and Jack's jaw hit the floor to see a man inside the house, a woman at the door. They stood a while in silence, not knowing what to do. At the same time, both exclaimed, "Who the hell are you?" Easy come and easy go, false love is easy found. Easy come and easy go, offs and says to Jack, I'm waiting for my mate. Jack offers a pretty smile, leaning on the gate. They stared at one another, and each looked pretty good. Said Rosie, I'll buy you a drink. Said Jack, I think you should. Well, a few pints later, back at home, they were in each other's arms. Each still wore the other's clothes, but surely what's the harm? The moral of the story, I'm very glad to tell. True love isn't only blind, but rather dumb as well. Easy come and easy go, false love's easy found. Easy come and easy go, true love sticks around. Easy come and easy go, false love's easy found. Easy come and easy go.
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 Easy come and go.
Hey!
Oh, woohoo! All right. A bit of fun, a bit of warming our fingers up, a bit of getting ourselves back into what we kind of used to do all the time. We used to play concerts, and that was how we shared our music. We never did online sessions. We didn't lead moderate paced tunes. We didn't do any of that before 2 years ago. And now it's a big part of our lives, and it's such a treat to have a chance to bring our community that has grown over the last 2 years together for this little moment too. Honored that you join us for this. Have a little peek into our other side of our lives. And I think we're just going to finish with one more called The Last Days of Fourth Grade. Some of you have heard this one to really commemorate, the last days of our kids' fourth grade, and really just a snapshot of a moment. Everything is ephemeral. Everything has its beauty, and everything has its pain for sure. But there are so many wonderful things that I'd love to hold on to from this time as we also move forward. So that's kind of all very exciting. So a big thank you again to each and every one of you for joining us. And if I didn't thank you by name, Wavefield Recordings, thank you for joining us. And Tom, my friends, Susan and Tom, thanks for stopping by. And Lynn, hi. And to Dave, glad that you're enjoying this happy moment. And it really does make it special and happy when we share it together. So thanks a lot, folks. We're just going to play The Last Days of Fourth Grade and a couple of jigs for Ben. And then we'll be back tomorrow for our virtual guided session. Hope to see some of you.
And
yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
you.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Take good care, and hope to see some of you soon. Thank you.